Hello and welcome to Titanium Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Libras, okay? So this is for any placement of Libra you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a crosswatcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a crosswatcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. And by the way, I'm a Libra sun myself, so this might be interesting for me too. Yay! Now, I will be mentioning the decks I use as I use them. If I don't, they will be in the description box below. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Libras, let's get into our cards. Yeah. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Libras. And you got the 10 of Autumn. Yes! With the 2 of Autumn at the bottom of the deck. I love it. And Temperance, and the 10 of Summer, and the 3 of Summer, and the King of Spring, Queen of Winter, the World, the Star, the Princess of Winter, the 2 of Spring, the Emperor. Do we have the Empress all up in here? I don't think we do. The World, the Star. Wow. I'm gonna take all of them. The Princess of Autumn and the 2 of Summer. Nice. I'm taking him. Ah, yeah. I want to be this Libra. Alright. So, please, angels and guides, anyone with the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. And you got the Queen of Autumn, followed by the Prince of Autumn, the 8 of Summer, the 6 of Spring, the Release card, the King of Summer. Yeah. Cold. Nice. Well, you got a Mother and Son, Queen of Autumn, and Prince of Autumn. Alright, so please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share why, well, not why, but what else they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect. And you got the Strength card, Leo energy. Leo energy, and the card at the bottom of the deck was like, and the reason why you need to be strong is because of the 9 of Winter. Yeah, you need to be strong with the battles that will take place inside your mind. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. We've got the Hermit. I think that's Virgo energy. With the Princess of Summer, and the Prince of Summer, and the Moon, and the Ace of Spring at the bottom of the deck. Awesome, my Libs. Okay, and by the way, I use selenite on my decks as a crystal. Alrighty, now that was Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. Now I'm going to use the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. So for the first set you have the 10 of Autumn, the 2 of Autumn, the Balance card, the 10 of Summer, the 3 of Spring, the King of Spring, the Queen of Winter, the World, the Star, the Princess of Winter, the 2 of Spring, the Emperor, the Prince of Autumn, and the 2 of Summer. So please, angels and guides, Singer of Courage. One moment, please. Alright. So please, angels and guides, anyone who has good or has a message for my Libras, please come forward and clarify the first set. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share why all these cards are here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good, and you have the Singer of Intuition with the Honesty. Well, not the, but Honesty. Excuse me. He is the Fairy Sword and the Maiden. And the Singer of Initiation. So you got 2 singers all up in here. And Sylvania's. Pretty dang awesome. As well as Lattice Moon's daughter. And Solace. The mini deck. And the Singer of the Chalice. Yep. Mini deck it is. And Topsy Turvets. And Spirit Dancer. Spirit Dancer. Okay. So. Now for the second set. You have the Queen of Autumn, the Prince of Autumn, the 8 of Summer, the 6 of Spring, the Release card, and the King of Summer. Yeah. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by clarifying all these cards for the second set. And you have Tintin the Sylph, Tintin, with the Glenkener, and that gnome, as well as the Sage. Yes. Okay. Now, for the third set, you have the Strength and the 9 of Winter. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share why both these cards are here in the upright for the third set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras. And you got the Journeyman. Yep. As well as the Soul Shrinker. And List of the Shadows. As well as Collective Pixies. And the Death card. And the Singer of Healing. Alright, so next for the fourth set you have the Hermit, the Prince of Summer, the Hermit, the Princess of Summer, the Prince of Summer, the Moon, and the Ace of Spring. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Libras, please come forward and share why all these cards are here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, Anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Libras. Why are all these cards here in the upright? And you got Arval Parrot with Fairies of the Future. And Luminous Doom. Dun dun dun. And it'll be the Retriever. As well as the Rar. Rar. Yep. Excuse me. Alright, so let us get into it, yeah. Okay. So the first set, you have the Ten of Autumn, which is material abundance, which is awesome, but also taking care of your family and your lineage. Then you have the Two of Autumn, which talks of bringing fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities at once, being excellent at multitasking. So you're doing many things at the same time because you are able to balance people's input, take them into consideration, but by merging viewpoints to create a better solution. It's also by also taking your time and not rushing into anything too quickly, because that you know for sure that will lead you to your Ten of Cups, your emotional fulfillment. I mean, you start out with the material fulfillment, and then you have the emotional fulfillment. So you got 2 out of 4. It's pretty darn good, right? At least it's a passing grade. Then you have the Three of Spring, which talks of plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. What did I say? You have 2 out of 4, right? You have 20 out of 40. That means the more good things to come are the last 20 to complete your 40, which is great news. Well, you don't want all the 10s. I mean, you got the best 10s here. Right? You got the 10 of Autumn and the 10 of Cups, 10 of Summer, which is the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Then you have the King of Spring, which is more of an innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical individual. Right? That says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter to your cause. Of your cause, actually. Yes. Who is... I feel like the person who is unexpectedly giving them their support is the Queen of Winter, who is a very strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny individual. This card says, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individual. So, I feel like she's partnering up with the King of Spring, because she sees her lack in him. What she lacks in, he possesses, and what he lacks in, she possesses. So you can say a power couple. Yeah. Then you have the World. So once this power couple comes together, they will be able to take the world by storm. Right? Because the World stands for a brilliant success. The freedom to go in any direction. A journey that is now complete. So they've completed a cycle. They figured out that it is by uniting different energies that... No, being the same is good, but sometimes uniting different energies is better, because it brings you a perspective that you did not think of. Teamwork is the dream work. No, teamwork makes the dream work. I like that saying. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that is how the star comes around. Star, Aquarian energy. Alright? So the star talks of look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Okay, so the astrological signs that I see up to date are Sagittarius, I don't know if anyone has the world, nah. Sagittarius, Aquarius, with there is Aries. Yeah. Okay. So the next card is the Princess of Winter. Now the Princess of Winter is more of the light worker in the deck, as I figured, because it does talk of indigo child or adult. Usually when they talk of an indigo child or adult, that is a synonym to light workers or empaths or earth angels or whatever whatever you use to define people who work with energy to be. Okay, next you have the Two of Spring. Now the Two of Spring talks of a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams, create great progress being made. Basically, what did I say? I said teamwork makes the dream work. So you found the team you want to work on that will make the dream work. Right? It's actually not just team. It's the teamwork, yes, but in addition to the teamwork, it's also swarm consciousness, like a swarm of birds or it's a swarm of bees. It's a flock of birds. It's a school of fish. Have you ever wondered how they move all together in unison? It's because of the swarm consciousness. That's a new term I learned a couple of weeks ago. Is that everyone thinks in the highest good of the project or the group, right? And that the swarm consciousness is basically the leader of the group. When everyone connects to that consciousness, everything will go swimmingly well. And everything will work out to the best. Everything will work out in the best possible way. Okay, for the group. Because the Emperor stands for use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized. Firm with compassionate leader. I'm going to actually hashtag that swarm consciousness. I've actually witnessed swarm consciousness once in my life that I can remember. Yes, it was in university. It was a intensive weekend where it was like a class, well, it was an intensive class, but it was also a class away from university in up north region of Quebec, and it was awesome. And when everyone in the group was thinking about the betterment of the group more than their advancement, it was magical. It really was. And I've thought of all the times that the swarm consciousness did not actually happen, and how teamwork would just crumble away. You know, that is what I'm getting. Now, the next card is the Princess of Autumn. Now, the Princess of Autumn is a studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous individual. Interesting how I talked about university right here, right? So this card talks of happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Needing a little push to get going. Yeah. Awesome. Then you have the Two of Summer. Now the Two of Summer talks of falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. It's basically swarm consciousness. And from a different perspective. It's a much smaller swarm. Alright, well, swarm would be more like a big group, but if you broke it down into a couple, I guess that would be where both partners have the best interests of the couple at heart. Right? Now I will clarify. That was a mini deck in and of itself. Right? So, now to clarify. First you have the Singer of Intuition. Now the Singer of Intuition, alright, talks of perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. So, what did I say about the swarm consciousness? When people are connected to the swarm consciousness, they feel their oracular powers are heightened because they are not thinking for themselves. They are connected to the group's consciousness, which means that they are thinking as one in order to allow the advancement of that group to arrive quicker. And that's where their trust, that's where they are aware of the things that are swirling around their thoughts, their ideas, and that's also where they have trust that the group wants their best interests at heart. Right? Next you have honesty. Now honesty, right, talks of compassion. No, honesty, compassion, tact, and self-deceit. I don't know what self-deceit is doing here, but honesty, compassion, and tact. Tact because working with a group at all times, especially when not everyone is connected to that swarm consciousness and is more thinking of themselves first and foremost. Okay. Well, you need to be honest with yourself in regards to the fact that if you are or if you're not connected to the swarm consciousness. Next you have He of the Fairy Sword. Now He of the Fairy Sword talks of active principle, spiritual will, justice, protection. When you tap into the swarm consciousness, you will definitely be protected. Right? Definitely be protected, and you will be able to have an auspicious beginning, birth an idea, see that idea grow, and birth, growth, joy. Have the joy of seeing it come to fruition, you know, and also approach any group project from a blank slate. Instead of thinking about how can I gain out of this, you're thinking about actually the group, not just yourself. Yeah. Then you have the Singer of Initiation. Now the Singer of Initiation talks of passage through trial, triumph, new level. Yeah. So I feel like you're being able to connect with the swarm consciousness is that new level. You know? That will allow you to break certain barriers. Next, you have Sylvanus. Now, Sylvanus talks of cutting through deception, getting to truth, and clarity. Basically, you are able, I see this as you being able to see what is more in alignment with the group consciousness rather than that which isn't. Then you have Lattice Moon's Daughter. Now Lattice Moon's Daughter talks of light cast and shadow, what's the word? Spiritual guidance, illumination, and riddles. For those for whom they don't understand what the swarm consciousness is, like I said, I actually learned of the swarm consciousness not too long ago. So I was like, what? No way. So for those for whom are listening to this, it's probably that there's like a riddle has solved itself. You're like, whoa, mind blown. That's when you'll be able to tap into the Solace's energy, which talks of spiritual empowerment, knowledge, consciousness, and synthesis. What the? Yes. Things are looking up because you've learned something new and you are utilizing it to the best of your abilities. Next, you have the singer of the Chalice. Alright, now the singer of the Chalice talks of trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. So once you have this new idea, you'll definitely be able to move forward with what it is you want to do because you trust it now. You understand what it entails. Then, though I feel like there was a slight shift in your mentality that needed to happen because the Topsy-Turvy talks of changing of a viewpoint, fresh new ways of seeing, and fresh look. Fresh look and new ways of seeing. Awesome! Then you have you have Spirit Dancer. Now, Spirit Dancer talks of self-expression, freedom, and exploration. So you feel free to express yourself and free to go about whatever you want to go about doing, right? Next. So the second set, alright, starts off with the Queen of Autumn, who is a very generous, stylish, gracious, practical individual. This card says, be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Awesome! Okay. And her son, who is the Prince of Autumn. Now, the Prince of Autumn is a dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous individual. This card says, cautious with wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. She raised her son right. Yeah. She was like, I'm gonna raise an upstanding citizen. And that she did. And so this prince knows when it's time to leave. Yeah, knows when it is. Well, see, the Prince of Autumn is a very dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous individual, though they are also cautious and wise in their actions. So when it comes time to skedaddle, they'll skedaddle because they know that in order to protect what they're working on, they need to leave. They need to possibly flee. I heard the word flee. And not a flea, but to flee, the verb to flee. That'd be funny. I need a flea. Okay. So at the bottom of the card, it says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it is time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. You see, this Prince of Autumn knew when things needed to shift, and so he left because he knew where his success was, and when he went towards that, alright, he succeeded, and he was praised for it. See, because the Six of Spring talks of wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. Awesome! Though something had to be left behind in order to tap into this. Well, yeah, that thing that you left behind with the Eight of Summer that was no longer serving you, you left it behind, and you allowed you or someone you're dealing with allowed themselves to feel the loss of it and cry over it for a while. And I feel like what came out of it was a King of Summer. All those tears that fell to the ground helped to grow a King of Summer into your life. I hope that makes sense. And the King of Summer is an honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted individual. It says a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. Yeah. So things are definitely moving forward for this Queen and Prince of Autumn. Yeah. All in the shape of a King of Summer. You know. Now, the cards clarifying that are Tintin the Sylph, which talks of acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. So, see that Queen and Prince of Autumn were able to see what worked for them, what did not work for them, and to skedaddle in due time to meet this King of Summer. Right? Yeah. And for some reason, the image that I got in my mind was it's this show on Netflix talking about it's an Australian show actually, about like second chance. I don't remember the title of the show, but there was one couple, alright, one was an American woman, the other one was an Australian man. They hadn't seen each other for years, for like 25 years. They both had children at this point. Both divorced, came back together to see if they could make it work, and they did, and it was awesome. That's the idea that I got at this point. So next you have the Glenkener. Now the Glenkener, talks of illusions, delusions, lust, projection, and clear sight, which reminds me of another couple on that show where the man was was in a delusion, thinking that he can make a group, the relationship work, when the girl was like, oh hell to the no. So she kicked him to the curb, but he had his hopes up. And yeah, now why did I mention that? Well, if the man she kicked to the curb was kind of like the Glenkener, because he had illusions, delusions. He was very he concentrated on the wrong things, and due to that, the Queen of Autumn got clear sight as to what it was that she needed to work on next. And it showed her that she needed to break a habit or a pattern that she had in regards to the guy she was dating. Okay, so I'm basically mentioning the guys that you're dating, but the people you're dating, now this could also be to workplaces that are toxic, or friends that aren't really there for your best interests at heart, or a family member who wants to keep you where you are because they think they know better, right? Next you have the Sage. Now the Sage, they think they know better because they think that, well, they have wisdom. I'm not saying that they don't, but that they have the hidden knowledge that you are lacking. That they have, like, you can also add that they have retreated from life. They're also old-ish in their age, and patience is required of them at this point, especially if they're a fire sign. Well, I mean, no, because the image that I just got was my grandfather, and my grandfather is a Virgo, but my grandfather, it's like he has a fire lit under his ass. Well, I mean, the man is 89. He wants to get things done. So, yeah, he wants to get things done. He wants to see things happen, and he's getting extremely impatient. It's kind of funny, but it's not, because it's very serious to him, but it's kind of like, cool your jets for us. But that's neither here well, it's kind of here, but so that is why I'm talking of a fire, could be a fire sign, like they might have fire ascendant, or fire or earth ascendant, or sun, something like that, right? So then you have this, so the third set, you have the Strength card. Now the Strength card is Leo energy, which talks of the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. Yep. Then you have the Nine of Winter. Now the Nine of Winter, okay, talks of unfounded fears, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So yes, you do have the strength, and you do have, my Libras, you do have the grace and inner strength needed to overcome a challenge, though your thoughts are getting the better of you. Which I can attest, being a Libra myself, that this shit happens. You know? So basically your thoughts are what are standing between your way and your success. Yep. Next you have the Journeyman. Well, the first card clarifying is the Journeyman. So the Journeyman, alright, talks of adventure, independence, polishing of skills, and travel. So you have the strength needed to travel and to move forward with your life, though your thoughts are what are keeping you stuck at this place in time. Though at the very end of this card, it talks of blessings. So basically, all the shit that you're putting yourself through at this moment in time is only meant to help you make your life better. So everything you're going to learn from this situation is only meant to help you. Okay? Then you have List of the Shadows. Now List talks of healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, self-esteem. So what I'm getting off this card is, if you have the strength, you have the strength needed to overcome a challenge, and that is where the Nine of Winter, which is referring to your shadow self, which is referred to in this card, is being suggested to you, because you need to heal that side of yourself in order to really be able to live the best life. Next, you have the a collective of pixies. Now, a collective of pixies talks of duty, willingness, joyful participation, and virtue. Haha. Yes. You're going to meet I feel like you're going to meet people who are of the same vibration, who understand you, who are who know how to move forward, and they will show you that there's something that you need to let go of, because the Death card in this deck talks of natural, timely ending, release, liberation. So something needs to happen, something that needs to be let go of in order to live your best and highest life. And once you let go of it, you will be able to heal your body, your mind, and your spirit, or your spirit, which is amazing. Next, alright, next you have for the fourth set, you have the Hermit card, which talks of Virgo energy, number 1. Basically, it talks about going within, figuring out what you need. So, find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. So basically, if you can't do it, if you can't figure it out, find the people who can help you figure it out. You know? That is what I'm picking up on. Then you have the Princess of Summer. Now, the Princess of Summer is a gentle, sensitive, kind, and experienced individual. It says, a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Yep. And her brother. I would say they'd be twins because they don't look very much older. They look the same age, except they could be they're not identical twins. They would be like how do you call it? They're unidentical twins, basically. I don't know how you say that I don't even know how you say that in French, let alone in English. They're just twins. They're not identical. They're just twins. You know, so 2 kids, 2 eggs that were inseminated at the same time, in the same womb. Or are there 2 wombs for 2 wombs? I think. In any case, that is neither here nor there. It's just biology. So next you have the Prince of Summer. Now, the Prince of Summer talks of romantic. The Prince of Summer is a romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious individual. It says falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Yay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be you're bickering with your sister. It could be you're bickering with your sibling, or could just be bickering. I'm surprised the 5 of Spring is not here, because that's the energy I'm picking up on. To me, the 5 of Spring is just bickering. People who aren't getting along. You know. The reason why you're bickering is because there's a lot of secrets in this interaction. And you're getting on each other's nerves, and because the moon talks of secrets. It also talks of intuition. I feel like the Princess of Summer's intuition is starting to form, whereas the Prince of Summer has absolutely no idea about anything at all. And for both of them, it is suggested that they go within and they figure out what they need in regards to strengthening their intuition. Once they do that, they'll be able to embark on a new action. Okay? Because the Ace of Spring talks of, it's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. It's Wands or Spring represent action. Okay? Generally. In any tarot. Any deck. So, the cards clarifying that are Arval Parrot, which talks of communication. So basically, if you want to make something happen, if you want to find a peaceful resolution between you and your sibling, it is best you communicate with them about this. Alright? In order for you to be present, well, actually, first, in order for you to be able to see that communication is what is needed, you need to be here now in order to allow guidance as you're moving forward. Which is amazing! Yeah. Then you have Luminous Doom. Now, Luminous Doom at the very end talks of taking care of yourself. Right? Because you've been through all the hardships. You've been through self-deceit, self-difficulty. Is that the word? No, self-defeat, self-pity, and self-destruction. And so now you know the importance of taking care of yourself, because if you don't do it, who will, right? Possibly no one. Very interesting reading. Yes, possibly no one, except if you connect to the swarm consciousness. Yes. Yes. Now, the next card, alright, is Ilby the Retriever. Now, Ilby talks of Office of Unclaimed Properties, hopes, wishes, loyalties. It's, yet again, swarm consciousness. It's what you are loyal to. When you see that the swarm is working together in unison, alright, to the best of the group, not just for themselves, not for each for themselves, alright, I feel like you'll be loyal to it because you'll finally understand how it works. And you'll be very happy to see it. Then you have the Rar card. Now the Rar card talks of wild energy, pure potential. So once you do connect with the swarm energy, you will be able to tap into the Rar's energy, which is amazing. So, my gorgeous and fellow Libros, yes, Libros and Libras. I'm going to write that down. Libros and Libras. Libros. Alright, so that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Libras, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!